All right. Good morning, 6 a.m. yogis. My name is Mimi, and this is your early bird vinyasa. So happy to have you guys here. We are just going to go ahead and get started laying down in Tabata Konasana. So grab soles of the feet, place them together. Allow your knees to fall wide and bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. And then just allow the backside of your body to connect with the mat. And we'll take a couple of moments here before we start to find some movement to simply ground down and to connect with our breath. So before we change anything, just begin to play the role of that conscious observer. Scan over the body. Notice any pockets and areas of tension. Notice your energy level this morning. And notice the natural quality, natural cadence of your breathing. And then we'll start to bring some intention behind that breath. So from the bottom of your next exhale, go ahead and pause. And start to breathe into the lower belly and the ribs. And lastly, breathing all the way up into the chest. And as you exhale, breathing out, chest, ribs, belly. And again, inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling, lower, middle, upper. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower. And just start to take this breath on your own. Just following the inhales and the exhales, as if you would watch the tide wash in and out on your favorite beach. Notice if you're tensing up through the shoulders, drawing them in and lifting the chest up. See if you can't spread the shoulders wide. Back space of the chest, space between the shoulder blades. Pressing down into the mat. Outer thighs getting heavier with every exhale. And those areas of tension that you discovered with that first little body scan, direct your exhales to them. Giving yourself permission to relax even deeper, knowing that the four corners of your mat is a safe space to move freely, to do what feels good. 2 more breaths, yogis. Last one. And release. Nice. From here, go ahead and close the inner thighs. And bring the soles of the feet, mat's width distance apart, so knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. Pressing the lower back down into the mat. Reach the arms wide and just start to windshield wiper the knees side to side, just massaging out the lower back. So every time you exhale, knees are dropping right or left. Nice and slow. And then start to add the neck. So as your knees drop left, gaze right. Inhale, knees through center. As you exhale, knees drop right, gaze left. A couple more times. Next time knees are over to the left, go ahead and pause. Gaze over the right shoulder. Keeping the feet mat's width distance apart here, just a really easy twist. If you want a little bit more, left foot, hook it outside of the right thigh. Just deepen this slightly. So pulling the inner right thigh closer towards the mat. And again, to release, left foot down. Knees through center, knees drop over to the right, gaze left. You can stay here or take your right foot, hook it outside of the left thigh. Nice, yogis. Release, right foot down. This time hug both knees into the chest. Begin to rock and roll forwards and backwards along your spine, getting a little momentum to propel yourself forward into a tabletop. So hands and knees. And then we'll start to move through some cat-cows. So as you inhale, tilt your tailbone, drop your belly, draw your heart through the gates of the biceps. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone. Navel draws in, chin to chest. Just back and forth. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds. Couple more on your own. Driving the earth away from you as you round into cat. Last one. Exhale to round. Nice, yogis, back through center. Go ahead and extend your right arm forward, your left leg behind you for spinal balance. So pause here. Try to resist banana backing. So don't drop your belly down towards the mat. Navel's drawing in. Think flat back. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, draw elbow to knee. Inhale to reach, extend, get long. Exhale to round, activating the core. Once more, inhale, reach. Exhale to round. Next, inhale, extend hand away from foot. Go ahead and bend your left knee. You can stay here or reach around. Grab hold of the outer blade, the pinky toe side of the left foot with the right hand, and softly kick back into the right hand. Just opening up through the right shoulder, a little back bend. Next, inhale, release, hand away from foot. As you exhale, place right hand down. I want you to swing the right shin over towards the right side. Come onto the instep of the left foot for modified side plank. So left arm is high and then left arm extends overhead. So left bicep by your ear. Gaze up under the left armpit. Take a breath in. Full breath out. Press through the right knee, rise up its gate pose. Start to walk your left hand down your left leg. Stretch your right arm up and over. Nice stretch through the right side body. Gaze up under the right armpit. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, right hand's going to come down. Left arm high. Left hand threads through. Thread the needle. So knees are hips width distance apart, hips are over knees. Your right hand stays under the right elbow, or you can start to walk the right hand forward. Draw the right hip back. Drive the right palm down and forward here. For 3. And 2. Last breath in. And as you exhale, slide the right hand back under the right elbow. Press and unwind. Left arm reaches out and up. Left hand comes down. And we'll switch sides. Spinal balance. Extend your right leg back behind you, your left arm forward. Pause. Lift the inner right thigh ever so slightly up towards the ceiling. Hard flex on the right foot. Take a breath in. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale to round. Last one. Lengthen. Inhale. Contract. Exhale. Next, inhale, hand away from foot. Bend your right knee. You can stay here or reach around with the left hand. Grab hold of the pinky toe side of the left, pinky toe side of the right foot with the left hand and gently kick back. So opening up through that left shoulder head, continue to draw the collarbones forward. Press through the right hand, the left knee, and release. Hand away from foot. Left hand's gonna come down. Swing your left shin over to the left and bring the right foot, right instep down to the mat. It's modified side plank. So your right hand is high, and then extend your right bicep forward. Try to externally rotate that left shoulder head away from your ear, driving the left palm down. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. And as you inhale, press and rise up. You're on your left knee. Walk your right hand down your right leg for gate pose. Stretching through the left side body, opening up through the intercostals. And release the left hand down. Right hand high, right hand threads through. Thread the needle. So knees are hips width distance. Hips stay over knees. Your right shoulder is on the mat. Walk your left hand forward if you did so on the previous side. And breathe. Last 2. And 1. Slide the left hand back. Press and unwind. Right arm reaches out and up. As you exhale, right palm down. From here, curl the toes under. Lift your hips. Melt your heels. Downward dog. And just take a couple of breaths here to pedal out your heels. Open up through the back line of your body. You can shift your heels side to side. Shift your shoulders forwards and backwards. And then begin to find some stillness here. Let your head hang heavy. Your drishti lands either at the back of the mat or up at the navel. And just simply shift the awareness back to the breath, back to the body. For 3, 2, and 1. Look forward and tiptoe to the top of the mat for ragdoll. Feet hips width distance apart. Bend your knees generously to start. Let your belly compress towards your thighs. Shift your weight forward towards the balls of the feet and grab opposite elbows here. So with your weight forward and your knees bent, then slowly begin to straighten through the legs. You can sway side to side here. Nice, yogis. Release your hands down to the mat. Take a halfway lift. Heel toe your feet in towards one another. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, press and rise all the way up. Mountain pose. As you exhale, gather your hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Pause here, close your eyes, and take 3 big breaths in and out of the nose. Using this time to set an intention for your practice, right? Something that you want to keep at the forefront of your movement, of your breath. Last breath in. Full breath out. And release the arms down by the sides. Move through some half sun A's, just a warm up breath, warm up body. As you inhale, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, dive forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, flat back, hands can come to shins. As you exhale, release, fold. Press and rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, fold right back down, chest to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last one, rise up. Empty your lungs, fold in half. Lengthen your spine, breath in. This time step into a high plank. Lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Draw the heart forward. Pause here. Press through the tops of the feet. Press through the palms. Lift up out of the lower back. Take one more breath in. Now as you exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your heels. On your exhale, bend your knees. Hop or step forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, gather hands through heart center. Drop hands down by your sides. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Flat back, prepare. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, drop the knees. If you need to modify as you lower, don't let the shoulders dip below the elbows. Press through the hands, press through the feet, upward facing dog. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, knees bend. Travel forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. And release. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana, breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, breath out. If you're jumping back, jump straight to low plank. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, collarbones reach forward. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, hips lift, heels melt. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, knees bend, gaze forward, hopper step, top of the mat. Ardha, inhale. Exhale, fold. Press and lift, squeeze the inner thighs in. Exhale, hands through heart center. And by your sides, last one, ride the breath. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, hop or step. Half lift. Fold. Inhale to rise. Hands through heart center. Samasthiti. And release. Take a breath in. And a breath out. All right, Surya B. Inhale, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, drop your seat, chair pose, Utkatasana. Pause for this first one. Squeeze your legs energetically in towards one another. Keep your weight back in towards your heels. And let your tailbone gravitate down towards the mat. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, flat back. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Right foot steps forward. As you inhale, press and rise, warrior one. As you exhale, it's warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward, press and lift. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open warrior two, palms face down. Inhale to reverse, press the left shin forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, ride the breath to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Heels lift, inhale. Knees bend, exhale, hopper step forward. Half lift, fold. Press and rise all the way up, inhale. Exhale, drop your seat, chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, rise up, hands through heart center. And down by your sides. Take an inhale. And an exhale. And we'll do that again. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Flat back, long spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Right foot steps, back heel flat. Vira A, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse, Viparita. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open, two. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Hands to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana, breath out. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels, yogis. Exhale, bend your knees, hopper step forward. Half lift, fold. Press and rise, mountain pose. As you exhale, drop your seat, chair. Inhale, lift your heart forward. As you exhale, rise all the way up, hands through heart center and down by your sides. Beautiful work. Take an inhale here. And a full breath out. Relax through your shoulders, relax through your fingers, your face, scan the body. Just feel the energy that you've created through your sun A's and B's. Feel the breath. Notice if the distance got shorter between the inhales and the exhales. And on your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. Go ahead and take your right hand, grab hold of your left wrist. Make sure your big toes are touching, space between the heels. Stretch up on the inhale and just over to the right on your exhale. Just a little lateral stretch here. Kind of pulling your left arm up and then over towards the right, opening up through the left lat. Left side body, use your right hip to bump your left hip over. And try to keep your biceps back in line with the ears here. Space between the chin and the chest, so you don't want to tuck your chin in. Inhale to rise back up, switch to grip, left hand, right wrist, stretch up, breathe in, and over to the left. Hug the inner thighs in for stability, the knees, the ankle bones. Nice. On your inhale, rise back up. Release the grip as you exhale. Cactus the arms. Start to draw the shoulder blades in towards one another. Lift the sternum up. Press the hips forward and lean back. Next, inhale to rise, arms high. As you exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, flat back. As you exhale, it's high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Making your way to downward facing dog. Upward facing dog, breath in. Nice, down dog. From here, right leg is gonna lift. Right foot steps through. Inhale to rise, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. From here, two straight legs, reverse your triangle. And then begin to reach forward and come down for Trikonasana pose. So inner thighs are hugging in. If you need to step your left foot in, go for it. Reaching forward as far as you can and then coming down. Right hand to right shin or either side of your right foot. You want to think length through both side bodies. Right side body in particular, lifting up away from the right thigh. One more breath in. And a full breath out. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, bend back into the right knee, press the right shin forward. As you exhale, hands are going to come down to frame the right foot. Drop your left knee. As you inhale, it's low lunge, Anjane B. Arms reach overhead. Draw your right hand, your right forearm rather, to your right thigh, and then start to stretch your left arm up and then over for a side body stretch. Hug the inner thighs in, the outer hips in. Nice, yogis, inhale to rise back up. As you exhale, your left hand's going to come down, your right hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling for a revolve lunge. You can keep your left knee down or curl the left toes under, lift the left knee. One more breath in. Full breath out. Nice. Go ahead and release the right hand down. As you inhale, draw the hips forward. As you exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. As you inhale, it's chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop the seat, big toes are touching. Draw your hands through heart center, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, twist. Left elbow outside of right thigh. Squeeze the inner thighs in, sit the seat low. For 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale, you face forward. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, it's high to low plank. Make your way to downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, left side, left leg lifts. Left foot steps. Inhale to rise, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Two straight legs, reverse your triangle. Tee out the arms back through center. If you need to shorten the stance, go for it. Reach forward and then come down, Trikonasana pose. Right shoulder rolling back, crown of the head reaching forward towards the top of the mat. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Press the left shin forward, bend back into the left knee. As you exhale, hands come down, frame the left foot, drop the right knee. As you inhale, it's Anjane B, low lunge. Draw your left hand to your left, or your left forearm to your left thigh. Stretch your right arm up and over. So left palm is facing up here. Nice, yogis. Inhale back through center. As you exhale, right hand's going to come down. Left arm reaches high for revolved lunge. You can keep the right knee down or curl the right toes under, lift the right knee. Couple of breaths. Hug the inner left thigh in towards the chest. Drive through the right palm. One more breath in. Full breath out. As you inhale, left hand down, draw the heart forward, and as you exhale, fold. Big toes touch, Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands through heart center, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, take that twist, right elbow outside of left thigh this time. So twisting left, seat is low. Last two. And one, face forward, stay in the legs, inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Take a breath in here, yogis. And then a full breath out. And lift your right leg high. Step your right foot through. As you inhale, press and rise up, warrior one. From here, this time, interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift your heart as you breathe in. As you breathe out, humble warrior. Bow to the inside of your right thigh. So maybe tuck your right shoulder into the right knee and press that open. And then hug the outer right hip back. Head is heavy. On your next inhale, rise up so your chest is just hovering halfway over hovering over your right thigh, and then lift onto the ball of your left foot. It's warrior three, keeping the bind. So you might need to step the left foot in, shorten your stance, and then press off the ball of the left foot. Try to draw the shoulder blades in towards one another. Nice. From here, bring the hands through heart center. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, step the left foot back, coming into a high lunge, Anjaneyasana legs. Reach your arms overhead. Take one more inhale here, yogis. As you exhale, draw your hands through heart center and twist. Left elbow outside of right thigh. Press the back of the left leg up towards the ceiling. Left quad is engaged. Last two. And one. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Stay bent in the right knee. Reach up, reach back. As you exhale, it's side angle. Parsvakonasana. So forearm to thigh is a great place to start. Or you can bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, your choice. If you want to take a bind or extend, go for it. Try to keep long spaces between the inhales and the exhales. Nice. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. As you exhale, hands are going to come down to frame the right foot. Drop your left knee and then straighten through the right leg for half splits. And we'll be here for a couple of breaths. So if you want to make this fluid, you can bend and straighten through the right leg a couple of rounds. If you're in half splits holding, think long spine, collarbone spreading, reaching forward, heart towards toes. Nice. And then from your half splits, everybody bring both hands to the inside of the right foot, and then just bend into the right knee, coming into lizard. So you might want to step the right foot out to the right a little bit. Your left knee can stay down for this one. If you'd prefer to take a little bit more of an active lizard, you can curl the left toes under, lift the left knee up. If you have the space, always an option to drop down to the forearms. Nice, yogis. If you're on your forearms, go ahead and lift back up. If your left knee is down, just for this transition, curl the left toes under, lift the left knee. And I want you to suck the right knee up to the outside of the right shoulder and step the right foot back, coming into a high plank, top of a push-up. So strong arms, strong legs here. Heels drawing forward. You're pressing the balls of the feet, the toes back. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Go ahead and interlace the hands at the lower back. Zip up the legs. It's locust pose. Press the hips down. Lift the legs. Lift the chest. Drive the behind towards the feet. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, release. Bring your left ear to the mat. Sweep your hands back behind you. All right, yogis, on your next inhale, bring your hands back through center, press to the tops of the feet, press to the palms. It's upward facing dog. And as you exhale, roll over the toes. It's downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a full breath out to reset. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps. Rise up, warrior one. Interlace the hands at your lower back. Lift the heart, inhale. Humble warrior, exhale. Pause here. Remove any wrinkles out of the back of the neck. Relax through your jawline, your brow. Next, inhale, lift the chest to hover over the left thigh. Pivot onto the ball of the right foot, warrior three. So your right heel is now lifted, right heel in line with the back of the head. Inner right thigh, slightly lifting, spiraling up towards the ceiling. Draw your hands through heart center now. Take one more breath in. Soft bend in the left knee as you exhale, step back, high lunge, arms high, breath in. Hug the outer thighs in. Draw your hands through heart center and twist. So right elbow outside of left thigh. Press the back of the right leg up towards the ceiling. Pull the right heel forward. Think inhales, lengthening space. Exhales, twisting depth. One more breath in here, yogis. Try to get the thumbs to meet the sternum. Full breath out. Look down. As you inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. As you exhale, side angle, Parsvakonasana. So same variation on your left side as you did as right. If you're working towards a bind, go for that. Couple more breaths. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior once again. As you exhale, hands come down to frame the left foot, right knee drops, and then straighten through the left leg, half splits. If you add movement on the right side, add it here. Just inhaling to bend, exhaling to straighten. Lay it in half splits. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. And then bend into the left knee for lizard. Maybe step the left foot out about 3 inches. Same variation on this side, whatever you chose. Hands, forearms, right knee down, right knee lifted. If your right knee is down, go ahead and curl the right toes under, lift the right knee. If you're on your forearms, come onto the palms. Drive the palms into the earth. Press the space between the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling, and then see if you can't hug the left knee up outside of the left shoulder and step it back, coming into that high plank. A couple of strong breaths here, yogis. And with control, lower all the way down to the belly. Nice, we'll take locust once again. Interlace the hands at the lower back. Zip up the legs, and on your inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs. Slight tuck of the chin, back of the head is what's lifting. Press the belly down. Squeeze the legs in more. Take one more inhale to lift a little bit higher. And as you exhale, release. Bring your right ear to the mat this time, little belly Shavasana. All right, on your next inhale, hands back under shoulders. Press to the tops of the feet, press to the palms, upward facing dog. As you exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Nice, yogis. Breath in. Full breath out. And then from here, right leg is going to lift. Start to bend your right knee, roll your right hip open. You can stay here, just taking a couple of hip circles if that feels good. Or if you want to move into wild thing, look forward, shift your shoulders forward over your wrist, and then step your right foot behind you. So left leg is going to straighten out. You're on the ball of your right foot. Chest is rotating up towards the ceiling, and you're reaching forward through the right fingertips. Let the head fall back, heart is open. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, swim the right hand down to the top right corner of the mat. As you inhale, right leg high. As you exhale, half pigeon, right shin across the top of the mat. If you'd prefer to take supine pigeon or figure 4 on your back, you're more than welcome to. Try to keep the hips towards the center of the mat. Flex your right foot back. Make sure your left toes aren't sickled in or out. Left leg should be pointed straight back behind you. You can stay upright or begin to hinge forward. And we'll be here for a couple of breaths. So notice if the breath got choppy or shallow. And see if you can't smooth the breathing out once again, like how we did at the very beginning of our practice. Right, to connect with ourselves internally and to get grounded. Right, do that again here. Take one more breath in. And a full breath out. Walk the hands back towards the hips. Curl the left toes under. Swing the right leg up and back behind you. Shake it out. And then place it down. And we'll switch sides. Left leg lifts. Bend your left knee. Roll your left hip open. You can stay here. Grab a couple of hip circles. Or look forward, shift the shoulders forward over the wrist, step your left foot behind you for wild thing. So right leg kicks straight, you're on the ball of your left foot. Both hips are lifting up towards the ceiling, head is falling back, left shoulder is drawing back. One more inhale. As you exhale, left hand down. As you inhale, left leg high. As you exhale, half pigeon. Same variation on this side. So if you want to roll over onto the back, take it. Get your set up. Flex the left foot, and then hinge forward. Follow the breath in. Feel all side bodies expand with space. And follow the breath out. Feel your hips settle. And body relax. Again, breathing in. And breathing out. Once more. Full breath in. And full breath out. Begin to walk the hands back towards the hips. This time you're going to swing over onto the left hip and just bring your legs out in front of you. Nice. Lower down onto your back. We're going to take one final back bend, Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. If you'd prefer to take wheel this morning, super energizing, you are more than welcome to. So bridge or wheel, soles of the feet to the mat, hips will distance apart for bridge, hands to the outside of the hips, palms face down. Draw the shoulder blades in towards one another. Press the outer arm bones and the feet to lift up. And if you want wheel, hands to the outside of the ears, fingers pointing towards the shoulders. Lift through the hands, or press through the hands and the feet to lift. 3 more breaths. Hugging the inner thighs in energetically. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side on your lower back. And then rock up to a seat. Nice. From here, we're going to take you on Utkatasana. So your left leg is extended forward. Your right foot is to your inner left thigh. Reach your arms high as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, hinge forward over your left leg. Grab the outer blades of your left foot, your ankle, your shin, whatever you can grab. And just take a couple of breaths here. Drive the sits bones down and back to propel the heart forward. Nice, yogis. On your next inhale, lift up. Go ahead and bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Your left leg can be straight, or you can bend your left knee, left heel in towards right seat. Right hand behind you, left arm high. We're coming into a twist. And as you exhale, hook the left elbow outside of the right thigh, twisting over towards the right. So both sits bones still grounded, sitting up nice and tall, long spine. So lengthening from tailbone to crown with every breath in, twisting, maybe gazing back over the right shoulder with every breath out. Inhale to unwind, face forward, uncross the legs. And then we'll switch it up. So left foot to inner right thigh this time. Arms reach high. And then hinge forward over your right leg. Next inhale to lift. Go ahead and bring the sole of the left foot outside of the right thigh. You can keep the right leg straight or bend. Left heel in towards the right seat. Left hand behind you, right arm high. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist. Oh, maybe gazing back over the left shoulder. Breathing for 2. And 1. And face forward. Kick the legs out in front of you. This time Parsvakonasana, so rock side to side on the sits bones. Reach the arms high, take a full breath in, and as you exhale, hinge forward. Grab the outer blades of the feet. You can tuck the chin into the chest. Notice the different creations, the different sensations that creates in the back line of the body. Maybe you feel that in the base of the spine. And inhale, you're going to lift. Go ahead and bend your knees, coming into reverse tabletop. Fingers are going to come behind your lower back. Hands about shoulder width distance or slightly narrower. Fingers pointing towards your lower back or out to the sides of the mat. They can also be pointing towards the back of the mat. So we all have different mobility in the wrists and the elbows. So take what feels best for you. Feet hips width distance apart. Press through the hands, press the feet. And on your inhale, you're going to lift your hips up. Lift the heart up, draw the shoulder blades in, and if it's okay on the neck, allow the crown of the head to fall back behind you. And we'll take a lion's breath here, yogis. So take a big breath in, lift the hips a little bit higher. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, say and slowly release the seat back down to the mat. You might want to walk your feet out a little bit closer towards the top of the mat. Reach your arms forward, sit up nice and tall like you're grabbing a beach ball. Palms facing in, chest is reaching forward, and then we're just going to iron out the spine, slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Nice, once you get there, kick the legs long, reach the arms high, overhead. And then draw the knees into the chest, take a happy baby, shoulder stand or waterfall, your choice, any inversion. Pulling the knees down into the armpits for a happy baby, kicking the feet back into the hands, lower back is grounded. Waterfall, soles of the feet are just lifting up towards the ceiling, lower back is on the mat. Shoulder stand, hands at the lower back. Trying to get your ankles stacked on top of the knees, knees on top of hips, hips on top of shoulders. So your choice. And wherever you are, release the knees back into the chest. We'll take a final supine twist. Bump your hips over to the right and allow your knees to drop left. Arms can go wide like a T. Gaze over your right shoulder or take your left hand, place it outside of the right thigh. Inhale, knees back through center. Knees bump over to the left. Or hips bump over to the left. Knees drop right. Twist. Inhale one final time back through center. Draw your knees in. Round your forehead up to meet your knees and give yourself a tight squeeze. Take a big breath in, biggest breath of your morning. Pause once you get to the top. Sip in a little bit more air. Squeeze your body even tighter. And then let everything go. Making your way into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Had a well-earned Shavasana this morning. Eyes softly closed, palms face up, feet flop out. Receive your practice, and I will guide you out when it's time. Begin to shift your awareness back to your breathing. Just following your inhales and your exhales. And then allow that awareness to grow towards the physical body. Be wiggling your fingers and your toes. Be reaching the arms overhead, taking a full body stretch. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And roll over to one side, right or left. And using the strength of your arms, begin to lift yourself up. Turning to face forward, ending in Utkatasana, an easy seat. So sitting up nice and tall, yogis. Eyes will be softly closed. Draw your hands through heart center. Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment to honor yourself, honor your practice. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And then bring your thumb knuckles to third eye center. Once more, full breath in. Full breath out. Thank you, yogis, so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. The light within me sees and honors the light within each one of you. Together we bow our heads in gratitude and say, Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon.